My name is Vincent and this is my level. So as soon as you enter this cave, I wanted it to be a dark atmosphere. I didn't want it to be too lighty. That's why I put red lights around. This texture seems to be bleeding. And as soon as you come over here, we got a little puzzle going on, which was my intentions. I didn't want it to be too easy. I wanted it to be like a little bit more difficult, but not too difficult. And you hop up here, hop to this platform, hop on over here. I was going for a very dark, eerie type setting when I was creating this. And then as soon as you enter out here, it kind of takes you away from the little dark setting. A little bit more beautiful, a little bit more aesthetic. If you come over here to the waterfall, behind it is a chest. It's trying to give people more a sense of exploring the map and finding everything that's possible. If you come over here into my little hut, there is another chest. But everything turns dark, and you cannot exit this room. But there's another little chest over here. Collect key, door opens. And then here's just another little puzzle. Just jump over here. Yeah, I'm really proud about this section right here. I think I did a really good job. And then here's the Ark, another dark setting. You got your last chest. Take a second to go over some things with you guys. So I really wanted it to be a big boat, if that makes sense. But the most I could come up with is a big castle. A castle with a dark setting. And then here's the lower level of the Ark. Got an anvil over here. Got a little prison chamber. 2 statues that are pretty dark, which is the setting I was going for. And then obviously 2 thrones with a goat. Thank you guys.
Alright, there's Bryan Gaines. This is the beginning of my level, which is the forest part. Now this part right here is pretty wide. The player can roam around. You know, you got the waterfall there, trees, and you have the fire up here, which is actually leading whoever is playing towards this cliffside up here, where the player have to climb up. Made this climb a little bit difficult, a little bit challenging for the player, because I didn't want it to be easy for them. You know, I want to get them a little challenge. But that was my goal for this part. Now, the thing I spent the most time on is designing this part. Well, the grass, trees, the mountain, and the placement of all the rocks. Cause that's what I wanted this to be, like rocks and trees. Nothing fancy, you know, just straight nature. Cause it's an adventure. And you have this door here. To it's supposed to like symbolize a ancient door. When you hit a button or you touch it, it's supposed to raise up. And then this is the end of my level, which is the empty huts. So to get down here to that part of the level, I have to drop down here, Drop down here, there. So I did some lighting here to signify where the player should drop from. And then right here is the grand lift. It's supposed to bring us into the beginning of the next level. Up here, maneuver there, here, here, and this is the beginning.
My name is Frank Tony, and this is my level. The first part of my level is the jungle trail. The jungle trail is a small jungle trail with fireflies that guide the player. If you look up above, you're surrounded with tall trees, hanging vines, large rocks are to your sides, and you have your first obstacle ahead of you. Next, we reach the old ancient ruins. The old ruins was once a pathway to an ancient labyrinth with treasure that's been broken down over time. If you look down below, you have some nice water. If you look down where the fireflies are, the reflection of the light is actually different. Up next is the old labyrinth. The old labyrinth is actually something I really like the design of, other than the jungle. However, one thing I really wish that I could have implied more was more extra details. Perhaps statues. Statues would have been a nice detail to add. If you notice, the fireflies here seem to be in larger groups. It's because I needed to make sure that the spotlight matched with the effect of the fireflies. And we also have some treasure here. One thing I wish could have added was more sounds to the labyrinth. Make it feel more haunted, alive. Within the labyrinth, if you look up, you'll notice that some of the tiles are missing. But this is a design that we wanted to make it look broken and old, decayed, overgrown. Next closes out this adventure and brings in the next level, created by Miguel.
Hello, my name is Miguel, and I created the last section of this level. And the general idea I had when making it was that you would come out of the last transition, you would go out here, and you would see the peak of the mountain with the big flag over there. And then I've also scattered these chests to reward player curiosity. So I'll be going and going to every chest that I've placed, like the one right here. That's partially concealed by the foliage, but not too much. And then I'll go back over here to take a long way. This first section is primarily just going through this little path I made. There's nothing too big going on here. It's mostly the cave part that has most of the platforming. And so the player would go through here, and then they would see these pillars, which they will have to realize that they have to jump to get across to the next exit. However, if they were to keep exploring the floor of this, they would find another chest. And so let me get through this platforming. If I were to make improvements to this area, I have been told that the platforming feels repetitive. So if I were to change it, I would add some more ledges that a player has to get to. Maybe have some pillars be lower where you'd have to drop down instead of jump to, and things like that. And this is the transition to the final part. You would interact with this boulder to move it out the way. And now you can see that you're much closer to the flag from the beginning. And again, a player is going to see there's a ledge to the right of this. And so if they're curious enough, they'll drop down to see another chest. And this final part is the part I'm most satisfied with. I like the feel of being really cluttered with all of like the different sized objects. I think it adds a better platform experience. And so we go up here. And unfortunately, I could not think of an idea or a way to transition from here, the peak of the mountain, to the lodge. I've been told, like, I've been recommended to like add a zip line or anything like that, but I don't think that would match how I want things to go. So what we have right now is just a chest that teleports you to the lodge. If we were to change anything, I would mostly just try to find a way to make it more seamless. But for right now, that's what we have. And that's all.